Hello all, hope you enjoy. Special welcome to our channel member.
Right, there we go. Just checking a couple of last minute bits and pieces, guys. Make sure we've got everything working here. Yep, that's all good. That's all coming through. Let's see how much of a delay we've got there. Only a little bit, it's not too bad. Right, so what are we going to do? Check that this is all ready. So just something I've been working on a little bit, not even tested this out yet, so we'll see what happens. It might not even let the purge spawn, but we will have to see, because the idea is they're supposed to be able to get in this door here, and then we want them to see if they can get in here, get through this door, and all the way around here into here to the chest. So even though there's doorways, they are all open. So we want to test that and see if they can even get in. So that's it from the top there, as you can see. Treasure chest is right there in the middle, so we'll see how we go. Let me jump out of that. Got a weapon, so I'm going to take one of those. Mickey, good evening. How are you? Nice to see you. Thought we'd have a bit of a change this Friday and jump back to the Exile lands and test out this little sort of purge build I've been doing. Not even tested it out yet, so it might not even work. It might say the purge can't spawn. But we will see. So what we need to do is make our way all the way back in. What level are we? Level 3. Yeah, that should be fine. By doing this, yep, we want to proclaim wealth. Hopefully this will work and they'll be able to see it.
Thanks. Very fortress looking.
Kind of. It's just a big cylinder, I suppose I'd call it, really. Oh, I can't jump up now, can I? Because I'm not in. But yeah, that's all it is. Left the ceiling open so that we can kind of see inside if anybody gets in there. But it says it's scouting. So we'll see if we can get it to spawn. Oh, yeah, they've spawned alright. So we know it does work. They do spawn. I'm not going to be using the trebuchets for this, because obviously they're for a different test, but I do have archers set up all on different podiums here. Julius, good evening. Or good afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Keep forgetting. Nice to see you. Oh, these guys are trying to make their way this way, so this is good. Hopefully everybody starts getting involved and taking them on.
Hi, Julius.
Come on. Target engagement, attack all enemies. Target engagement, attack all enemies. Attack distance. I don't think he can get under the door. He's that tall.
By the old serpent, invaders!
Now I am just using the cloak and god mode at the minute, just to, while we do this testing, but to do it the legit way. Normally I wouldn't have cloak or god mode on, obviously. But I've kept that on for a minute, just to, while we're kind of figuring out what's going on. That looks like the first wave then, and they dealt with them pretty good. Oh, here comes some more of them. Level 3. Just a level 3, just to see. I didn't want to go too easy, but this is level 3. Just to see how people get on with it. How we can cope. Smoku, good evening. Nice to see you. How are you? We're back on the Exile lands tonight, just testing out a little sort of purge build that I've made. But yeah, we're doing alright. We're just trying a level 3 purge out at the minute with this new little build, just to see if it's actually doable. Whether you could have this as an internal part of a base, and then you could maybe build your base around this, or build your base in this shape that it is. I'll show you once this purge is done kind of what it looks like inside again for those that haven't seen it. It's not anything spectacular, but with the way everybody's lined up on the wall, some of them don't seem to be attacking. Evening, Angar. Nice to see you, sir. Hope you're good. Just for the benefit of those who just joined, as I say, we're just testing out a new little purge build that I've made. Just kind of going to see how it goes and see how these people that are guarding it deal with it. And once this is over, this level 3, we'll defeat this one, and then I'll take it inside again and kind of show you how I've designed it. But we managed to get the purge to spawn, which is good, and the little operating base is just over there behind us. Some of these guys obviously don't want to get involved. They'd obviously rather wait around here. Come on. There we go. Well, she's coming out to clear up, the others are just stood there. She's earning a keep, she's out here fighting them. The others have all stayed round there. There we go. And she's going to run all the way back round now.
Professor Angar in the house.
Yep, that's the one. I like it. Oh, some come the other way this time. Yes, they have. Archers are shooting a few as well. They've still got the archers. The archers have all got the snake arrows still, like they had on the other build before, so they're still shooting the snake arrows, which is pretty good. Oh, she must have seen that guy coming. Kind of handy that it spawned behind, because of the door being at this side. It gives a good indication of them having to run around like this. I'll show you guys the build I'm using as well when we've dealt with this one. Not too difficult at the minute because this is only a level 3, so level 3 is quite easy. It's only sort of, I would say, level 5 and 6 upwards where you start feeling a bit of a difference. I suppose it does get more interesting, this type of a build, if it spawns at the back, because you've got them coming this side and we've got them coming this side as well. But how's everybody finding the purges so far? What's people's opinions on them still? Everybody still enjoying them, and is anybody still doing them very much? Or have you kind of tried them all now and got the achievement and then thought, nah, not bothering? Oh, that's the commander challenging us. Let's go find him. Where is he? Gonna be around here at his gate somewhere. There he is.
Did you see that?
Of course, you guys are gonna... Very cool. That's what you want to do. But obviously, the more people you have, the more difficult it's going to be. I should have brought somebody with me really, but like I say, because of the testing, I was using God mode there just so that we didn't take any damage. Not to cheat it, but just for the purposes of testing. But in a normal purge, I would obviously take that off and do it the legit way, of course.
See the chapter 3 dev stream in next Thursday. Haven't done one in ages. I'm so addicted to Scepter ATN.
I know what you mean. I've been playing Scepter a bit at the minute as well. It's
Where do you think you're going?
It's a nice little map. Do you mind interrupting? I'm talking to my chat here, dude. Yeah, Scepter's a nice little map. It's somewhere different. Change of scenery. Been obviously playing on there, and we've been doing our usual stream on a Friday on there normally. We've not given up. We are going to go back to it. I was going to do Scepter again tonight, but
I am a dangerous man when free.
I better not release you if you're dangerous then, do I? But yeah, we will go back to Scepter and carry on with that playthrough. I just wanted to try something different on here tonight and kind of show off a little...
Come back here, or I'll slit your filthy throat.
Charming. Show you this kind of little build that I've kind of done. And kind of test it out, see if it works, and it seems to work so far, so... Let's have a look what we got. Well, I was only a level 3, so we might not get anybody good. Who are you? Ah, I say about not getting anybody good, but that's interesting. A named person there.
I'm liking Scepter like a shiny new toy.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Definitely. What are you?
Where do you think you're going?
This chap is only a level 2, so he's no good to me, so we're going to be a bit mean, but also send him off to the place with the shellbacks and everybody else where they all go when they're not needed. So he's not suffering. It's with all his other friends that have gone there. Right, will you quit being so rude? What's the matter with you?
Much star metal.
I breathe the free air, and you will learn how great my gratitude can be. Speak. Serpents and stars, freedom and
Off to the fun.
I hold sacred.
Yeah.
You have won my favor, if not.
So obviously he's selling all his stuff as usual, but we're not interested in any of that. But yeah, we got this young man, which I'm surprised because when I've done any of these before, I only started getting the named people. I think it was at level 8 I did when I got a higher person like that. Typically it was 2s and 3s and even level 1s I was getting previously. Not a high tier person like this one. Right. So I ideally don't want this guy getting hurt a minute. So what I'm going to do, hopefully it should be okay up there a minute. But yeah, if I jump back into creative a minute so you can see, that's kind of the shape we've got. So we've got the very small room in the middle that has the treasury in it, then an outer circle, and then another one. I mean, technically speaking, I didn't even necessarily need the outer circle, but just gives you an idea of
Nice.
what you can do. So then if we come back to the doorway, what they'd essentially
I
have
did
to...
what you said last time, and leveled up Uriel the Wicked up to 20.
Nice, yeah, you're definitely better having all your people at level 20 because as you can see with the Purge, especially as they get the higher tiers, people hit a lot harder. So you definitely don't want to be losing people. So yeah, they've got to then get into this door. There's nothing in here, literally. And then obviously a final doorway, which is to here. All I've got in one of these at the minute is the bountiful treasure box, and then we've just got nothing in here yet, because we're only doing a tier 3. So that was pretty good that it did actually work. Handy that the...
She started plus 30 in agility and got up to 6k vit.
Nice. Very nice. So yeah, that... Yeah, I've not actually done any traps this time. Because obviously with that one, it seemed to be as soon as they got to the door, they couldn't get through the door, which is pretty good. So let's just see... I've still got all this other stuff on me, haven't I? Look at that. Let me just pop those in there. Yeah, there we go. That should be good enough. Let me get a box a moment. Just do... Whoops. A couple of those. And we'll just whack all of them out of the way for a minute. So yeah, this was just a theory that I kind of wanted to test out there. You could do this on a slightly smaller scale. You wouldn't really want to have your base stations all in here or anything, because if anything gets damaged, because obviously if they destroy any of these foundations, but yeah, you, like I say, you don't even necessarily need this outer layer. You could probably get away with just this one inner layer, and then your very small bit where your actual treasury is. Or if you wanted to, you could take this inner wall out and have this as your base if you wanted, if you were prepared to risk, you know, stations getting dismantled. But it's probably not worth it really. Like I say, you don't need anything to this. You don't necessarily even need this size. You could have a little box if you wanted to. But I'll just set it LS to kind of have a look. The trebuchets I've not actually used yet, but I'll just set a couple up. Possibly for chapter 3 as an idea. So one kind of covering this area. And then we've got this one that can kind of cover around here. Not got those set up as yet, so we won't obviously test those just yet. But mixture of people, it's probably a good idea if you got like your berserkers and your brutes, for example. Kind of, it doesn't matter who stands with who, but preferably you want to give a few different people a different weapon, so at least make sure a couple of them have got the big two-handers for AoE damage, and then give you like your brutes, especially like the either notice or even momentum, which is the best one. Give them a bit of food for healing, and you should be pretty good.
I tried a purge with just the coffer and no base. I got slaughtered.
Oh, I bet you did, because they can just get straight to it, can't they? They can literally run straight up to your chest and surround you. I mean, if you want to cheese it, the way to do it is like Whack4863 did it in a video he showed you, didn't he? Just take your treasure coffer up to the volcano, put one little piece of foundation down in the lava, put your coffer on it, stand back on the rocks, watch the camp spawn on the lava, and they just all die the minute they spawn in. If you haven't seen that video that Whack did, go check it out on his channel. There's a little while ago, but it's just so funny that as fast as the NPCs spawn in, they just die to the lava.
Have just ring the dinner bell. Yeah, I saw that low. And hear lots of screams.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the trouble is you need to then build some foundations or whatever over to it so that you can get over to the chest to loot them at the end, because otherwise you can't stand in the lava, obviously, because it hurts you. But yeah, that was quite funny. Yeah. Right. Let's see how this level goes. Yeah, we know what we're doing, we know we're proclaiming it. Now let's see if they spawn in the same spot again, or whether it spawns them a bit nearer. This will be interesting to see this time. While we're just waiting, that's the attribute setup I'm using. So it's full strength with the Blood Mad Berserker, and then you can see the earlier perk there as well. Nothing in agility at the minute. Full vitality, which is my normal setup, which is the fast heal of Glutton for Punishment. To be honest, I only ever go to the third perk in Grit now, and then just the first one in Expertise for the carry weight. Well, what are the odds of that? Practically the same spot again, just a bit further away this time. Instead of down there, they're just up there. Oh well. Yeah, you stay there actually. You come with me a minute. Let's take one of these with me. Where are they? Where's the little mice coming over the hill? All the ants. Here they come, look.
Grew the giant scorpion.
Yeah, I tried aggroing that giant scorpion one time when I had my...
Get your name Thrall.
Yeah. I tried...
I go to the stillborn god.
I did try aggroing that big scorpion when I had my big base, and it came down. I started fighting a couple of them and they started fighting it, but it died pretty quick, to be honest, surprisingly. So it's very surprising, even though that's a 3-skull scorpion. It did fight a couple of them. It didn't come from my guys, which is good. But they're determined to try and get in, aren't they? But I don't know how they think they've got a chance with no armour on. Always makes me laugh that how some of the waves of these guys with 0 armour. It's like, how can they hope to get in? He's almost half dead because he's already been shot by an archer. That's kind of funny. Alright, let's see if we can... See, these are already getting shot by an archer that's on the side up there. So that's why some of them have got half their health missing. Oh. Right, where are you guys going? Nope. Not coming at me with your daggers. Definitely a few more of them this time. But yeah, hello to anyone else who's just joined. Nice to see you. Welcome. Do say hello if you've never said hello before. We don't bite. We're a pretty nice community, I would say. We're
gas arrows to those archers.
Yeah, I did think about the gas. It's just the trouble is with the ones near the door, they will end up walking in the gas half the time. So they've all got the snake arrows at the minute. Well, I missed him, didn't I? But yeah, hello to anyone who's new. Glad to have you with us. Welcome. As I say hello if you haven't yet. We don't really bite, not on a Friday anyway. Lots of people here who also enjoy the game and like playing it, and who are also content creators as well, and I'm sure would be happy to share their wisdom and knowledge with you, because we're all in it together, and can all learn something new, because there's always lots to learn with this game. You always get to a point where you think you've learned everything, and then before you know it, you've got other new things to learn again. These guys can't make their mind up where they're going. Leave my archers alone now. 2 in 1 blow, how about that? Yeah, here comes the next ones. Oh, these all want to go the other way, bad luck of it. Go. got to be really careful here because you could easily get overrun by these guys. I don't know why she's not just going for everybody. She's set on attack all enemies. I might have lowered her attack distance when they've been stood inside. Oops. Bit of a mess, isn't there? Flipping heck. Oh. High tier archer there. Let's just take ourselves out of that as well a minute, so we can kind of see what damage these guys are doing.
You would have been dead there.
Oh yeah, easy. Easily. This is why it's not a good idea, even if you've got a follower with you. This is why it's not a good idea to stay away from your main troops, because you can just get jumped like that. So what you want to be doing is staying where most of your followers are, because then you can all outnumber them a bit easier, hopefully. Yeah, maybe they're taking a bit more. See how much easier that is. Stay near your main group and you've got strength in numbers, as the saying goes. Although that's a brute, and she was with me, she only took a bit of damage, but you know, she could have got completely surrounded there and been even worse for her. Oh, I can hear arrows pinging still. Now obviously if they'd spawned across there, or at this other side, possibly here, you'd have had all these archers been able to shoot straight across straight away. So it wouldn't have been quite so bad, because they'd all be getting pinged with arrows straight away. But you definitely want strength in numbers, and probably your berserkers for definite. Relic hunters could be pretty good, as I did have a few with swords, but I'm using them with katanas rather, but most of them are being used as extra archers now up here. But you could have some of them on the ground if they've got decent HP and decent agility damage. They are pretty good fighters as well. But the good thing is, if your archers are kind of spread around, that if anybody gets here and they start walking back here, they're just going to get pinged by an archer anyway. So it all depends really which side they actually spawn on. Attack distance, we'll be back on that one. See how they just got the sheer numbers, they can just overpower them. And I know a lot of these are the guys in the weak weapons and the weak armour. But what I'm finding is the Tellus Sorrow is still a decent two-hander for followers. There are lots of other two-handers that you could give them, but these have all, that you can see that have got the two-hander. They've just got the Tellus Sorrow with the master weapon fitting still, and then the brutes and some of the berserkers have also got the momentum with the master weapon fitting as well. And they've all got pretty decent HP and strength weapon damage, so you imagine the combination there. You've got the number of people with the various weapons, and then the armour that they're all wearing, which for most of them is the same. Certainly for the head, the chest and the hands. There's just some now have the Pictish War Chief legs and feet, but some of them are still, I think you are, yeah, still in my original setup, which is Champions leggings and the Hyperborean boots, but they are all going to be upgraded eventually, and I'll be wearing the same as this one with the Pictish Brave, not Pictish Brave, Pictish War Chief, sorry, which actually gives slightly higher armour than the Champions and actually a little bit cheaper to make. Oh, what's going on over here? Somebody getting surrounded. Well, this is the thing really, if you see as I'm doing now, if you just keep your people as close together as you can, and just, especially when you get your pokey people coming in, just let your followers do all the work, you just keep an eye on them and just manage them. Make sure they've all got some sort of a healing on them, so gruel or steak or whatever.
Don't have my headset on, but wanted to say hi.
Well, nice to see you. Thank you for coming to say hello. Very nice to see you. Hope you are well. Just testing out a higher level purge at the moment with this new little build that we've kind of built just to test a few theories with. Right, I didn't see the Commander's Challenge. Did it pop up? No, I don't think it did yet. Missed.
Hello, Huntress.
Might not have done if there's a couple of these guys left here. Oh, don't you poke me with that porky stick. Get out of it.
The jackal.
Huntress. It did.
It did. Right.
I thought it said challenged you.
Ah, thank you. Well spotted, chap. Got all these extras to deal with before we can get to him, of course. I was reading the chart on the side, so I didn't necessarily see it.
I thought I saw the challenge too.
Let's have a look. We'll ignore those guys a minute. Oh yeah. Don't you? Kick me, you. Come on, sort it out. Oh. There we go. the brute got him.
Past the King Scorpion.
Yeah, might have been an idea, isn't it? Oh, I think they're going for it anyway, look.
I usually pull him with arrows. Don't want to fight him on his turf.
Look at them. Some of them have run up to fight him anyway. Oh, that's actually funny. Right, where's the boss man? He did die. Where's his body gone? Huh. That's weird.
3 skeleton kilo.
I killed the boss guy though, and I can't see his body now for the keys off him. Or is this him? Is that why? Because he's gone up here. I came up with a challenge, said we defeated it though.
Spawns fade when that happens.
Yeah. That was very weird. I thought that was him. Yeah. That's an archer off the tower. I don't know where he went then. She killed him, obviously. Well, that was very weird.
Yeah, and it happens too often.
Ah, yeah, so I haven't got keys now. Don't know who he would be. Yeah, that is annoying. She obviously killed him, and I haven't had a chance to loot him, have I? Didn't get his keys, did I? Because they would have.
Have to admin spawn keys.
Yeah, I suppose I will have to do for this occasion. I don't usually like to do, but yeah, it just shows that it's one of the unfortunate problems of things that happen. Where are we?
Probably the best thralls ever in the cages now.
Yeah, potentially. I think I got the right one, did I? Jailer's key? No, it's not the jailer's key. What's it called?
No more crafters.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that.
Commander's key.
Oh, of course it is. Thank you. There we go. See what I mean? Lovely, helpful people. Thank you very much. I should have known, but I couldn't just think at the time. No, level 2, so I'll send her off. What's this guy? He is... What did I say? Level 2 once again. And who did we get over here? Did we get another higher tier or another low one? Stand still. Where are you going? Stand still.
To the farm.
There we go. So we did get another named one. Once again. Which is interesting. Now I have heard, and I haven't had them yet, but I do believe... Excuse the crazy noise. I do believe... Oh, I left him over there, didn't it? Because she was following me. That you can also get Leah Neely, who is a tier 4 Sumerian dancer. And you can also get Delincia, believe it or not, in the Purge. And who else is there? There's also a tier 4, oh there he is, now he appears. Tier 4 named dancer that comes from the Isle of Sipta called Amma the Seductress, I believe the name is. Pretty decent tier 4 dancer. I believe you can get them as well, which is pretty cool. Again, I think Wack did a video on that and he showed a few of them, so it's pretty interesting. But I think, I can sort of say with the way that's working at the moment, nobody is definitely getting inside. They may have got into here a little bit on occasions, but they've certainly got nowhere near the treasure box, or treasure chest if you want to call it that.
Curry arrived. Have a great stream and catch you later, mate.
No worries, Angar, enjoy that curry. And hopefully see you on Sunday, will we? If you're streaming, of course. But yeah, thanks for popping in. Nice to see you. So yeah, all we've got to deal with here is the girls all at the top are the archers. They are all just level 20 relic hunter treasure seekers with varied like health and agility damage, but they're all in the same Stygian soldier heavy armour.
Yeah, back to normal on Sunday. Sire chat.
Oh, no worries. Look forward to it, Angar. Hope you have a good evening and a good weekend, and yeah, we'll catch you Sunday. So that's who they are, and obviously most of these young ladies are all actually Sumerian berserkers, apart from obviously the ones you can recognise in the slightly different outfit. They are the Cannibal Brute, who are still pretty beefy at the moment. Obviously they may change, might not change in chapter 3, but they may change in the next age of whatever that's going to be. I'm not actually sure. There's been a bit going on with that, with some people saying the throw pot does work, some are saying it doesn't. I couldn't actually tell, because when I did my last purge a while back when we were on here, excuse me, when I had the big purge base set up there, I had a throw pot, or friend's food pot shall we call it, set up just outside the front gate with a lot of food in it. I don't know if they were taking from it, because obviously when you used to interact with it before, it showed a list on the right hand
Doesn't
side.
seem to work for me.
No, because it used to show a list on the right hand side of your thralls slash followers that we like to call them. It showed you on the right when they were eating from it. So if we go, where is it? General companions. Where is it? So yeah, you used to pop that down. Floor's not flat enough. There we go. And yeah, if I used to interact with that like that, it used to bring another screen up on the right hand side, and that showed you all of your followers that were in the vicinity of that pot that were going to be eating from it when they needed heals. But that list doesn't seem to show
Here I
now.
see no list, but randomly sometimes I see placed followers get some gruel in their inventory, even if they are far from one.
Well, that's interesting then. Maybe it kind of does work then, but not like it's supposed to do, where they should actually take from it. I know it did used to do, because I noticed, obviously, these have all got gruel now because I gave it them before we started, but I used to find, when I'd set that pot up previously, I hadn't given the relic hunters that were all kneeling down at the front, they didn't have any food on them. But when I was checking them afterwards, they ended up randomly with a bit of food in them. So whether it's
Well, it doesn't matter. I want to know if I fill it with exotic feast they will eat from it.
I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's just see.
It's like not consistently working.
Yeah, it's like it is but isn't working. Yeah.
My boss keeps getting savory flesh from somewhere.
Oh, no, wrong thing. Pressing the wrong button. Where are we going? Where are we? Let's grab some of that. Let's... We'll fill that up. Of course, I'm carrying all the purge loot again. I'll have to just dump a lot of that because I've got too much of it. But yeah, we'll fill that up. And then what we'll do is we'll take that off you and off you. And we'll tell our friend to follow us again. We'll give her that bit extra. And then what I'll do is I'll run in.
Everyone.
Well, nice to see you. How are you? Good evening. I'll chuck all this stuff out of my inventory again, just so that we're not weighed down. Of course, the jailer's key is Isle of Sipter, of course, I'm forgetting. But what I'll do is just chuck all that out. Because we don't need all of that on us again. Right. I reckon... I don't know how much it's going to take. No, we don't want that one.
Evening Julius and Smokus.
Right, that's a 10. We definitely don't want a level 10. Let's take out that. And that. Still level 10. Right. Take that out. Level 9. Take our 5 out. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Don't know what you mean. We are of course just running tests, this is why I'm not going to jump straight to a 10. I have done a 10 before, and I'll be honest, it is brutal. So yeah.
The Scrooge McDuck swimming pool in here.
So we've taken... Let's remember, we've taken the food off this one and this one. So we'll see, during this fight or after it, whether they actually take anything from this. So I'll kind of try and put it a bit nearer, which it's not really going to let us do. So that's about as near as it's going to go. They've obviously not taken any yet, so let's...
I can do it solo with 5 berserker and 10 archers, you can too.
Yeah, but I've got a lot more than 10 archers, well, not necessarily more than 10 archers, but I've got more than 10 fighters just around here. And the problem is with the amount of followers I've got on the map, because of various different locations, that map rooms that need guarding, etc., and dancers and what have you, it's obviously scaling the level of it off the amount of followers I've got. So because I've got a sheer amount of followers on the map, it's scaling it to their level, which if I literally just had probably 10 of each, then yeah, it'd be a lot easier.
You got me, you don't need them low.
That's true. That is so very true. Looking forward to trying out a purge on Sipta though at some point on the playthrough. We'll have to get ourselves leveled up and get a proper little purge base built somewhere, and when we're doing our Friday playthrough, we'll get a couple more, some more named people, maybe some berserkers, and get them all geared up and leveled up, and maybe down the line we'll get a that sounded very close. Oh, pretty much the same spot again. So we've had one at the very front there, one a bit further back on that hill, now on that hill there. So let's see how we go. See where the little ants come running down the hill. There they are, look, you can just about see them there. Just see them running down the hill, look, here they come. Oh, that looks quite funny. All in a perfect straight line, look, well, almost, look at them.
I can help you with that off stream, good sir.
That would be very cool, well, if you could, yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you for the very, very kind offer, that would be amazing. Would be interesting to do a, get kitted for a purge on there so that we can do it. Don't you try your overhead heavy attack on me, young man. Still got our 2 buffs on, which is good. Right, here comes the next wave. And again, we're going to come back here to where we've got the numbers, just so that we can kind of see. Have you been fighting yet? No, I don't think they have. Nope. Doesn't look like it, because it... Nobody else can get involved here, because they're all just... Maybe engagement, attack distance, put you on that as well. Yeah, those 2 particular ones here that we took it off don't seem to have taken any yet. No, looks full at the moment. I'm trying to get everybody to aggro around here, but these 2 just keep going from before they get anywhere near the door. I thought that was an archer that had come down then. Oh. A few more of them coming in now. Still quite easy to say that this is a higher level. You definitely want to build yourself and build your followers for a purge, definitely. Give them the right gear and the right weapons, and they'll just absolutely obliterate it like this. But I think we can definitely say with this test that this design is definitely working so far. Yes, it's a bit more awkward that it's only you people on one side that are going to aggro a lot of the time and fight, because those on the other side just aren't seeing them yet. But that's good that they're all kind of covering there, so if anybody gets near the door, I wish I could. They just, the people that are over here just seem to keep stopping them. The two berserkers that are at this side. Come on then, Mr. Bogey Bogey. There we go. Well, yeah, how's everybody's week been? Hope everybody's had a good week. Not too busy or too stressful, I hope. Looking forward to the weekend again, no doubt. And then, yeah, that'll be interesting with the dev live stream next week, as Angar was saying before he left about the stream next week, telling us about chapter 3. Hopefully, and we say that in inverted commas, hopefully we do get some improvements to things and some actually good content, which is what we need. We need it to be a good update, and obviously with when they lay everything out the way they do to say what they're going to introduce with it, that we actually get what they say they're going to include. Because obviously as we know what we've heard with chapter 3, it's going to be we're going to become that purge base.
Watching the ants running at your base.
Yeah, do look like a lot of ants, don't they? Oof! Yeah, do look like a lot of little ants coming over the hill, don't they? But what's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? It's like, no. What's that coming over the hill? It's a purge. I've said it all the time and I'll say it again. I do like the fact that you can now request a purge rather than, you know, it always just... Obviously when you build up a purge meter, it coming along, I do like that you have to request it rather than it being a build up a purge meter for it to arrive kind of thing. Get a bit more control over it. But, yeah. Oh. Get out of it. Alright, what I'm trying to do... No, come here you. We'll stand there. Trying to get these to stand over here a little bit more so that we can kind of hopefully pull them towards the door a bit more. Oh! Now that wasn't very nice, was it, Mr. Pokey Pokey, wherever you went? There we go, they're getting round here a bit more there. That bleed's so funny when they just do enough bleed to them that they just drop. Come on, this way. Woo! Over here. Come get me. Well, they're not bothered about me, they're more bothered about everybody else. There we go, nice group of them. Ow. Luckily these guys don't hurt too much because they're the prisoners, I believe. Check the pot again a minute. Not sure really. No, she's the one with the gruel. No. Oh. I don't know why she's come all around here on her own. There we go. They are all getting a bit stuck, aren't they? And, it does kind of delay them a bit there, but that's not too bad. They do figure it out eventually and get around here, which is good. But again, nobody's getting inside, are they? So... And you could do this with pretty much any of the build sets that have the triangular pieces, or the wedge pieces. You know, you won't need to worry about the... I mean, you could even do it with a rectangular or a square tower if you wanted. It doesn't have to be this particular design, but it does show you that with the people we've got, nobody's getting anywhere near the door, which is pretty cool. So I'm quite impressed with that so far. Where are you going?
Blood of the serpent! Enemies at the gate!
Enemies at your gate? I think you'll find them at my gate, Sunshine. Not your gate, I think you'll find them attacking mine. I think you'll find you guys are attacking my gate, not me attacking yours. But
Enemies at the gate!
we will be at your gate soon, you just wait. Let's see if we can aggro many of these. Yeah. Come on then. Hey up. We've got the Indians in the house now. Yeah. Ooh. Getting feisty, are we? Come on then. Let's go, troops. He just got splattered by an archer. So funny. Your bite's death, is it? Well, so's their bite, those archers up there. So, because they're only low level and I'm quite highly armoured, look, show you there. They're not doing me too much damage. They did a bit, but I am in full Redeemed Legion with the Master Armour plating, so that's why they didn't do me too much.
What arrows are you using?
I've actually got some star metal arrows on me, but the archers that are all up top are actually using the sorry, give me a second. Can't hear myself think with all this chaos. Let me come over here a minute. Yeah, I'm using star metal, and the archers are all actually using these snake arrows from the...
Going out in 5 minutes. Fun times. Enjoy.
No worries, Smoker. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Have a good weekend. And we'll catch you next time. Oh, when will it end? There's just more and more of them. Now, some of these archers aren't shooting until they get to the door, but I think that's because they can't see them. Just because they're running underneath, but I think if I walled all those platforms off as well, it'd force them to run in front of the platforms rather than behind. See them, what? He was about to shout "see me" and tremble, but that didn't work out too well for him. Which I don't know why we'd tremble about a guy with no armour on. There we go. So don't forget, obviously, that any of you who have subscribed, obviously, we do have the channel membership still available, 3 different tiers to choose from. Tier 1 is your very basic one, with your like emotes and emojis, for example, which you can use in live streams, and then Tier 2 gives you those again, but that also gives you extra benefits as a member. Like, you can also get access to members only videos, which we do actually have one on there now. So if you're interested in seeing members only content, then I would recommend becoming a member. As I say, tier 2 is the first level where you get to see the members only content, and then tier 3 is the the better one still, where you get to see that, plus lots of other benefits as well, including like polls for community posts and members only polls, that type of thing. Because don't forget, with the community tab as well, I will always try and post on there when I'm going to be live streaming, whether it's Conan or a DayZ stream. Like on a Tuesday, I'll post that on there to say that that stream is coming up on Tuesday and at what time it's coming up, just so you know. I'll keep everybody posted on there, so if you are a subscriber, you'll already know to be able to keep an eye on that. If you're not, do consider doing so you'll get to see all those type of things. And why not, like I say at the same time, consider becoming a member, totally free to do with the subscription, and obviously to become a member it's just a little fee each month. If people want some extra benefits and bonuses to being a channel member, like I say, no obligation for anybody to become a member, but you do get some added benefits from becoming a member. Where's the chief in this place? Where is he? There he is. Alright. There's the big scorpion, we're gonna go and grab him. See if we can pull the scorpion down. Try it and see. Hello girl, big girl, come on. Come here, got some friends for you to meet.
Snake strikes, so do I!
Yeah, well, there's the scorpion strikes. How'd you like that? Wait a minute, there's loads of them there. Where's the count going on? It's right over here. Did he come out, or is he still in here? Ah, he must have come out somewhere. Where is he then? He must be over here somewhere. Come on, big girl, come get these. I need to kill him, because the quicker we kill him... Oh! Sooner we kill him, sooner it's over. We're getting absolutely surrounded here. Can you just let me take a potion, please? Oh, they're gonna end up getting here at this rate.
The boss man's gone back to camp.
Has he? I might not even get to him at this rate. My health's really low and I've run out of heals. Darn it. Oh dear me, there's a few of them. Yeah, I've got no heals left. I'm rolling right into them all here. Gonna have to pull back a minute. Ooh, that is a lot of health damage. That is a lot. I don't know where the young lady that was in there is. There we go, he actually followed me. Whew, that was a close one, chat. Flipping heck. He almost had us then. Look how much health I've lost. We were almost a goner there. Oh, that was brutal.
Your follower died.
Yeah, I think they did. I'm just trying the recall now and not returning.
Lucky man.
Was only a it was only a low health cannibal brute, unfortunately. We might die to the blooming scorpion now.
back here.
Yeah, I will when I've killed this scorpion. Hold on a minute. Alright. Just gonna have to jump in that a minute, guys. I know it's a bit of a thing, and I wouldn't normally, but
Free me.
we just don't want to be spending all night just doing that, do we? Alright. Sorry, I cut my microphone then.
Here. Get me.
So, who are you? Oh,
Luring the scorpion was a terrible idea, lol.
it probably was actually. It looked good at first, and then, yeah. In the end, it probably was a bad idea. Oh, there we go, Relic Hunter. That's a pretty decent find. So that's not too bad, we've got a nice Relic Hunter.
Free me.
Who have we got here? Have a look. What are you? Tier 3 dancer, fair enough. Who have we got this time? This guy again.
I breathe the free air.
Now they did say he isn't guaranteed to spawn every time, but that's 2 different tiers we've done and he did spawn, so that's interesting. Who else did we get? What are you, young man? You are a Stygian archer. Don't really need you, unfortunately, so we'll let you go. I'm guessing you're another dancer by the look of you. Possibly. Stand still, where are you going? Oh, there we go. Yep, Liber the Luscious, tier 4 dancer. So that's another one who is a tier 4 that's also a... she is a spawn that you can get on Exile lands, obviously. Typically you find her in and around Seppa Maru in a few locations, but by the look of it you can also get her in the Purge as well now. And she's a tier 4, so pretty good. Did these other two get killed or did they survive it? Can't remember where I put them now. Oh, here they are. Can't see where I'm looking. There you go, young lady. You can stand with those 2 gentlemen there, keep them entertained. And then we'll have a look here again. We'll grab this young lady now, take her back with us. Did we get everybody? Yep. That's everything. We got our 2 boxes, didn't we? Yep. Got our tier 3 there. I do have a few tier 3s, so we won't keep hold of her, but we'll take the Relic Hunter back with us. Take a look. What stats does she have? Okay health. 50-50 for the strength and agility. So that's pretty decent. She's already got the 20 in agility, so you can boost her with the cooked fish to get her agility up. Health's pretty decent, and armour for the level up chances for those, so that's pretty good. May level her up at some point, see how she goes. But yeah, so that was a more brutal level, definitely an interesting one. So we'll pop her up here with these guys a minute. So I suppose really, has anybody got any questions at this point that they want to ask about anything, or any ideas they may have that could improve on that, or ways that we could change it up, or an idea they've had for a purge base that works pretty good? I'm sure people will have ideas of ones that they've tried that work for them and they do a better job.
Check the pot.
Good shout. Did any food go out of it? Yeah. Oh, I don't know where her body was to get her armour, the one that died. So she's not taken any. She hasn't taken any. That doesn't look to me like anybody's eaten from that. I don't know if you guys can obviously see that as well, but that looks pretty full still to me. So I would say that no, it's not working. Because you won't have taken any, will you? No, because you've got your gruel. These have all got gruel, so these haven't taken any. So yeah, that is very interesting. But so with your higher tier purges, I would definitely recommend certainly going with berserkers, cannibal brutes. If you've got a few of them, by all means, try and get them with the. These haven't got huge HP. I've got another one back at my main base who, without even following me with my single follower setup, has over 5k HP, which is pretty decent, and she hits like a truck as well. But if you can get decent HP and decent damage on them, personally, I mean, this is purely a recommendation, you don't have to do this, but when you're leveling up your cannibal brute, if you get one that has decent health and strength build chances, I would try putting them in Redeem Legion helmet, the Void Forge top, and then obviously Pictish if you can get those for the gloves, or the what they call Godbreaker, because they're pretty good for high armour, and then the Pictish Warchief if you have the DLC. Both of those in them because they give them the same damage, strength weapon damage bonus, but they do give slightly higher armour on the Pictish Warchief legs, and then the feet are better than the Hyperborean, and then the legs are slightly, well, they're cheaper to make as well anyway as pieces, but the legs do give slightly higher armour value than the champions. So they're equal on the damage number it gives, but gives them slightly higher armour. And then with any followers, I always give them bulked plating for them, and then for myself I use the master armour plating. You don't ever really want to use bulk plating on yourself, especially if you're trying to take weight off your armour and get your armour a lot lighter to use. You certainly don't want to be using bulk plating because that will weigh you down quite a bit. You want to just use the master armour plating for yourself, and then yeah, like I say, bulked plating on your followers. You don't need to worry about the weight of their armour or anything like that, because obviously
Greetings.
you can't get him to follow you, so presumably he just despawns. But yeah, you want them at least in heavy armour, and if you can boost their strength.
I'm trying to make an army with all clans ATN.
Yeah, very cool. But yeah, definitely your relic hunters are okay. They do have decent HP, as you've seen a few of mine do when we had them set up in the Purge fort that we had. As they've got decent health, again with the high value armour, and then the katana they do pretty decent. But if you want your main defenders, I'd certainly have a few cannibal brutes, but then I would pair them up with your Cimmerian berserkers. Doesn't have to be all female, of course. Can be male and female, whichever you like, or a whole male troop if you like that. Depends who you like using. But you could quite easily throw in.
To figure who to get for dogs of the desert and pirates.
Yeah, I'm not too sure with them. Some of the tier 4s are okay for there. They're probably not the best. And your lower tier end people, you kind of best, like very early game, you want to get like, sometimes if you get lucky and get one of the one skull bosses off Noob River, if you've got Anna the Reaver, Tessa the Blade, all those different ones, they can be pretty good early game. And then if you can,
just be fodder.
yeah, but you could get them, or then you could get, what's she called? There's a fighter you can get from Sinner's Refuge, Frigga False Hope, that's it. She can be pretty decent early on. I'd try and get either her leveled up or one of the, like I said, the little mini bosses. If you can get one of them, get them in some decent armour, with some decent health and a bit of decent damage. They can then help you go into, say, the summoning place and get your cannibal brute or a couple of brutes, and then swap your brute out for your you figure False Hope, swap them round to the Brute because they're slightly better on the health and the damage, because we know at the minute they hit like a truck, obviously. And then your Brutes can, or even Thugra. Thugra's another good shout, he could be pretty good. He is very low HP at the start, again like the Brute, but he's another good one. And he's a guaranteed spawn as well. You could try either of those, and then use either of them to then help you get possibly one of your Relic Hunters.
It's already covered.
Yeah, there you go. See, perfect. You don't want to necessarily go straight for the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers, like getting the Wine Cellar in the Silver Mine, but you could get your Tier 3 fighters that are the Relic Hunter factions, like the Stygians from Seppa Maru, because they can quite have good high HP and decent damage, and then get one of them leveled up again, or a couple of them if you prefer a War Party, and then get your Relic Hunters either on the Wine Cellar or from the Silver Mine, just up there, that you can now do, because of course you can get Relic Hunters in there as well. That's possibly a little easier than the Wine Cellar now. You do have Scorpions and things in there to deal with still, but there are some Relic Hunters right at the very beginning, even before you get into any real Scorpions, so you could take them out. But then your Relic Hunters are your sort of mid to higher mid-game tier, if you will. And then ultimate, I mean, yeah, you could kind of, don't get me wrong, at the moment your Cannibal Brute could survive with good high HP for most of the game. You just want to be careful, pick the fights that you go into with the follower that you're using, but then you could obviously upgrade to your, if you've got your favourite, as I have, Delincia, I must admit. As much as I love the Brutes and how powerful they are, it's just Delincia I've more or less had since day one. Still got 2 of them at my base and I will always use them. Same as the Sumerian Berserker, they're just as good. Your key thing with them is trying to get, just if they're a strength build, getting the strength up as much as you can, agility, getting their agility up as much as you can, and then of course HP and a bit of armour if you can get their armour up as well. But I mean, you have also got the likes of Leon, who's still pretty good as well. He's still a pretty viable choice, pretty powerful. You like Leon, and his voice lines that he comes out with is pretty funny. Team him up with Delincia even, they make quite a funny fighting duo on your fighter side of things. And then also from your archers, you've got a couple of agility point based archers that spawn in Seppa Maru. Mandagel 100 Arrow, if I've not butchered that, and then Lisa Longbow. They're 2 named archers that can spawn in Seppa Maru. But then of course you've got your 2 guaranteed spawns up in the Highlands.
A few lines for the Norpheimer team.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gotta be done. But yeah, then you've got like Dina Master Huntress, and then of course above her Freya's Hovel, you've got Freya, who's a guaranteed archer spawn, who actually comes with base points in strength, even though she's an archer. Her and Dina are both the same. They are both classed as archers, but both have I think it's 15 when they start out, points in strength, a bit like Delincia and Leon. Pretty good high HP, and they can do some decent damage. But if you haven't seen Wax video as well, he did a little one again a while ago. Delincia, the Berserkers, all of those didn't get into his. I think it was a top 10 he did. But one of the other lower Defari people to look out for is Ancina Hidden Daggers, I think she's called. She's a tier 4 dancer from the Defari faction. She's another good one, early game, pretty decent to level up, pretty quick at leveling up-ish. And if you like War Party, you could run around with a Brute and a Ancina, so you've got your Dancer to get your corruption, and then your Brute to dish out the damage. You'd have a good little partnership there. So there's some pretty good ones, but obviously people are always going to have their favourites, and it all depends. Obviously if you like well trained, you can only ever take 1 follower with you at a time, but if you like War Party, of course you get the 2. So you can mix it up with an archer and a fighter, or an archer and a dancer, or any combo really. But yeah, try out somebody like Delancey and Leon as a partnership. It's quite funny, really. I would say give Delancey a remace, so momentum if you can get that. Then give Leon a big two-handed sword of some sort and just let him go crazy. It's quite funny. So what's everybody's favourites? Have people got a favourite that they like, that they've always used? Who's your kind of go-to follower when it comes to it? Are you a Sumerian, like Berserker, or Delancey, Leon, Janos? Who do you like? Let me know who you guys like. Be interesting to see who people prefer.
I got different teams for different missions.
That's a good way to do it. Yep, you got your different people who you know who are capable of dealing with different things, don't you? You know which followers you've got that can handle
But
certain
mainly
things.
Valencia plus Berserker for the tough stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, she's a good one, Delancey. Yeah, her damage modifier is probably the higher out of all of the tier 4s, but she still hits like a truck. Yeah, she probably doesn't hit as hard as the brute still, but she's not far off. And like I say, she's always been my favourite and she always will be. So it'd be interesting in the next stage who they, if any, give it. I don't know why that's just popped up, ignore that. That's just something with the server making out that somebody's put a bed in here or put something down somewhere. Or possibly above, up on the hill. All those letters are numbers, so we'll just ignore that. Apologies about that. But yeah, if you come in here, put my torch on, then you can see. Just in case you don't know, I have shown this before, but you've always got 2 relic hunters that spawn here. Typically 2 archers, or a fighter and an archer, and it can be again the male and the female, or 2 of either, so they're always here at this side. Then if you're looking back from the entrance, if you turn to your right, where you've got the little room in here, if you come to the back, you'll obviously find again another one here. Archer, possibly sometimes a fighter I think, and you will also get of course your named boss, mini boss in here, again male or the female, they can't.
T4 bearers for Frost Temple because of the load of black ice you get there.
Oh yeah, exactly. T4 bearers carry everything for you. The only problem is they just don't hit very hard, do they? And I think the bearers unfortunately had the lowest damage modifier in the game, which is a shame. Because they're a practical use follower, because of all the loot they can carry, but they're the softest hitting, which is crazy. But yeah, these guys, if you kill them, you can get the Heart of a Hero to consume, which will get rid of any corruption you've got. But this guy's perfectly friendable.
Job done.
That's the main thing. I mean, to be fair, the giants aren't too difficult, although they are quite squishy. So, but yeah, and I bet even when you take them in, oh, we've got another one walking around here. So we've got that guy there. But yeah, the giants are more intimidating than they actually look, because they look big and intimidating, but they're actually quite squishy, really. So then you've got another one here. So how many is that? 2, 3. So the one in that room, 2 outside, that's 3. The one we're just looking for. This one 5. And then potentially another one wandering just here, 6. So you've got at least 6 relic hunter spawns there. Which, if my memory serves me correct, if we go into the one, so you've got the 2 just after Seth, then you've got 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you've probably got 10 in there, I think there is, because you've got 2 after Seth, 3 down the bottom, 1 on their own, 2 with the mini boss, and then the 2 at the little bridge. But obviously, if you want it a bit easier, you can come and get all them, and then when you start getting into this area, obviously then you get into your scorpion. And then of course now down here you've got all your little undead skeletons that are now in here as well. And then there is also... where is he? There he is.
Got a T3 bearer at 20k vitality.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, they do have the absolute tank of a health, which is crazy. But yeah, as you can see there, the bit like the brute in the unnamed city, but you get that guy in here as well. So you'd have a few skeletons and him to now deal with when you come in here. But obviously you got the few in the unnamed city that you can get as well. But if you don't want to deal with the corruption, you've got at least half a dozen relic hunter spawns in here. And then of course the 10, did we say, in the wine cellar, so you've got a pretty good chance of getting plenty of relic hunters. I don't know why that's coming up. I'll have to check on the server when we finish. Maybe there's something above that's registering for some reason, or I'm sure one of my very helpful admins will investigate that and see why we've got that flagging up, because we shouldn't be doing. Rather a mystery. But yeah, if we just jump out of here, what time are we on? Almost 8:30 again already. Tell you chat, time just flies by when you're doing these streams, it really does. Sometimes I think 2 hours isn't long enough. But I think it is long enough for what people want, and it's certainly enough for me at times. You know, if we're doing a lot. It would be if we were doing the Sipter playthrough. That's a bit more involved. I don't want to pack too much into it, and you never know, we may do a bit extra sometime. But we do have our DayZ live streams that we're going to do on a Tuesday at the moment. So if anybody is another survival fan of that type of genre, we are playing the PvE version of it, so there's no obviously player versus player on it at the moment, but who's to say we won't maybe give it a try in the future, but we need a bit of practice first. Let's see if we can just get him to... Are you going to bleed? Teeniest bit of health left, look at that. Oh, you're not dying, Seth, come on. Do us all a favour. Yeah. Keeps putting my torch away when I'm putting my weapon away. No, after all I did it when I drop as this truncheon. So yeah, 2 in here. And it can be an orb thrower one of the times at the center. They are a pain in the backside. But yeah, if you run into here, so you've got the 2 at the top there, then if you come down here, if I just up my gamma a little bit as well, just to help with the brightness for you. And then of course got 3 here, they're usually an orb thrower sometimes. So 3 stood here. Then you've got the solo person on their own there. Then your 2 here. And then your mini boss again. And then of course down the bottom on the bridge before you jump over into the main part of the dungeon, you've got another 2 here. So you've got a decent amount in here. To be honest, this is where I come for, well, certainly before chapter 2. This is where I came for most of my relic hunters from here. Because it was really hard to get them. Well, not hard. Harder, I would say, sometimes out in the unnamed city. Not terrible, but one of those places I used to like to come and get them from in here. Because of course when you put them on your rope you can't obviously go out through the door, and it was bugged for a while where they were invisible when you got outside and people were just dropping the rope and then losing them. But they did obviously change it and fix it that when you get outside now you still have them on the rope and you can get them to your wheel of friendship, which is great. But still say one of the best places if you're after named crafters. It will take a little while sometimes to get one. But not even named crafters, named archers. Like I said, there's 2 of those that spawn here. Just for the benefit of any who don't know. But in Conan's Bar you've always got 3 guaranteed tier 3 dancers. They are always tier 3. So that's guaranteed. And it can be very difficult to get a named bearer from here. I'm finding that the chance of getting a named from this location is very, very slow. Well, very low to be honest. Even on official servers I've tried killing this spot numerous times for a named bearer from here. But they wander kind of up that way a little bit. As most of you obviously know, but then back out here, around here and then out that gate. Just wanted to check then. Tier 3. But yeah, if you come out of this gate as well and turn left, if you then go up here. Wow. Kitty cats are still wandering around, and of course if you still want spell pages or anything, your sorcerer still...
For T4 smelters and carpenters/fletchers.
Yeah, exactly. Get a really good smelter from here, what you call Day Lead Drinker.
The
If you can get...
bearers better up north near Asgard or North Black Galleon.
Yep, that is very true. They definitely are. Definitely better from other locations from here. The Den used to be a good one, but I've struggled getting named ones from there. But yeah, Black Galleon, especially because you've got so many spawns up there. But yeah, if you're after a sorcerer, this one's still here. If you're using like the sorcery, or if you're new to the game and looking at using the sorcery and what have you. You can't use the skulls for anything now, but you can obviously still get sorcerers for the pages. 2 guaranteed set priest spawns here. You can get named here as well, and the high priest, which is kind of the better one than the regular priest. There are hidden emote pages all over the floor that you can pick up, little white ones. You kind of have to look in first person to be honest, because they do blend in a bit. But you can obviously get, there we go, Hoshi the Fang.
What is really terrible is trying to get Durkitu named priests.
Yeah, Deketo can be a bit of a pain. But you get Hoshi the Fang there, that can be male or female again. Same with these, it can be the regular priest or the set priest, or the set priest, the set high priest, and then the named ones, and it can be male or female. 3 guaranteed ones there. Well then, just quickly the other spot, for those who don't know, obviously blacksmiths here. You can get named ones from these as well. It can take a little while of killing all the lower tiers, but you get 2 spawn locations for blacksmiths here, 2 there, and there's another spot further down which I'll show you in a second. But you've got guaranteed armour spawn here. This is probably, you can get an armour in other spots around Seppenbury, but to be perfectly honest with you, you're going to keep killing this one spawn and you will eventually get a named one to drop. Ideally you want the shield right, but the temperite is a good one as well if you want the durability, but the shield right for the extra armour, they're a good one you get from there. But then for your other spell pages, if you come round the back here, you've still got your 2 guaranteed sorcerer spawns. You can get a named sorcerer as well, and you can knock these out and make them into your sorcerer's field base to go on your sorcerer's table, so your thaumaturgy bench. And then on the table, on that little book, you can get a spell page sometimes, or if it's not on there, you might get it tucked on the side of there, or potentially one or both of these may drop you one as well. But there's lots of different locations in Seppenbury where you can get really good people from. Most of the spawns around it are not guaranteed spawns. Obviously they share a spawn with a lot of the other professions. Like there's one, Where is it? Can't think. Yeah, this one here. You can get a named person on here if you're lucky. I have had a smelter on there before, but again that shares the spawn with all the different crafts, so it can be a bit more tricky. Sorry, I need to turn my gamma down again. There we go, it's a bit better. But yeah, also another one that does get confusing for people sometimes because they look like a carpenter because of what they're wearing. They're not here now, but in this sort of spawn here particularly, I have seen a female spawn here sometimes. I can't think of a name now. What's she called? How rude. But she looks like one of these guys, so she looks like a crafter, but she's actually a taskmaster who you can put on your torturer's work table or friend maker's work table, as I like to call it, to help you make the chain bindings, so the better bindings. I've seen her spawn there. And if you don't always see the nameplate straight away, a little way to know certain named people, especially the taskmasters, if you look how tall these guys are, they are actually even taller than them. So when you're getting near to somebody sometimes, before you even see...
1,000 lashes.
That's the one. Thanks, Julius. Yeah, that's the one. Cat of 1,000 lashes, that's her. You'll know if she's stood here. Because I did it one time and I was stood here, and I'm about as tall as this guy behind me now, and she was taller than both of us. So you can spot the named people pretty easy a lot of the time. Not necessarily so much with the blacksmiths. This is another guaranteed blacksmith spawn again. But yeah, you can usually tell if she's here because she is very, very tall. Another dancer spawn there, but again that can be... You can get Luba Luscious, she can be there, but that again shares it with all the different tiers. So it could take you a little while. The only other spot around this area that is a single spawn, if you will, is this one. And of course, as we can see there, and my game is just frozen. I was just about to say, as we can see there, we've got a tier 4 cook, and that's the lone fisherman. That can be male or female, and obviously you can get cook 1, 2 and 3 there as well. So that would have to happen there. Unfortunately, it means I have to close my game down to be able to get this working again, which will actually end the stream, which is rather annoying. And this is why I want to improve my PC, so that I can obviously get my PS linked up with that, so I can improve the quality of the stream to have the PC running the stream. And then if something like this happens, I can put something different on the screen for you guys to look at, rather than looking at this and losing the stream. I'll still be able to talk to you guys and we'll still be able to communicate, but unfortunately the game's decided it's had enough. So I think at that point, we are a little bit early, but we'll make up for it next Friday. We'll do a little bit longer, another 15-20 minutes or so. So apologies about that, but if you did enjoy, do give me a like, leave your questions and your comments down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, consider becoming a channel member if you feel able. Lots of interesting benefits. And for those who are interested, like I say once again, there will be a DayZ live stream on Tuesday once again, either 6 PM or 7 PM. I'll post it in the community tab, so just keep an eye on the community page on the YouTube channel. So that'll be Tuesday. Then we'll return to Conan on Friday, probably do Isle of Sipta possibly. So thank you once again everybody for joining. I hope you enjoyed, and until I see you either on Tuesday or next Friday or in the next stream, I shall say goodbye. So bye bye for now.